All right, y'all. Before we start this podcast, I got to give a big shout out to this episode's sponsor, EnviroCleanse. I know you guys are probably wondering, Trevor, I see you smoking back-to-back roaches on the VBC when you're interviewing. How do you keep it from not being too smelly and too boxy? How do you prevent the neighbors from complaining? Fun fact, before I had this, the neighbors complained, and that's real. Here's a screenshot to prove it. No one wants to walk into a studio, have it smelling like day old backwoods, shit's ass. Shout out to EnviroCleanse, keeping the studio crispy, fresh, clean, neutralizing all the odors. I keep it running when we're doing the pod here. It's not loud. They have a smooth whisper mode. They got a low mode, medium mode, and high mode for when you're really blowing it down. They're gonna allow us to blow down big backwoods whenever we want and have it not smell like shit. Make sure you guys use the code EK420 at checkout for a discount. Tell them Teapot sent you. Let's get right into this pod. Yo, Free Smoke the podcast tuned in. Here with my guy, Bryan Arnett.
Thanks for having me, bro.
YouTuber. I don't know what type of YouTuber to classify you as. You consider yourself a YouTuber, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to classify myself, if I'm being honest.
Well, because I was introducing you to people today.
Yeah.
As a skateboard YouTuber, but I was like, I don't know if that's a cool with the vibe, you know?
Yeah, that's the...
I was like, I'm disrespecting my mans right now.
Nah, I mean, that's what everyone calls me, you know? That's what I've been doing since I was a little kid, so I don't take, offense to that or anything. If anything, I just felt like that term would, sit different with other people, you know? I mean, I don't give a fuck, but... Oh, wait, you said you're trying to get monetized. Can I cuss?
Yeah, man.
All right, cool.
Yeah, who cares, bro? Yeah. Nah, man, I just because... You make I think you're a YouTuber that makes skateboard content, but yeah. I don't know, it's weird to describe your shit because it's you do other shit that's kind of more focused on you. You know?
That's my overall goal. That's what I want to be doing. I want to be a YouTuber who skates also. You feel me? Not a skateboarder who makes videos about skating, you know? Because I don't know. I feel like I'm more interesting than what I could do on a skateboard. You feel me? And then the skateboarding is just a bonus.
Yeah, man. I feel
it's fucking weird. I'm trying to pick your brain about content creation and all that shit because I feel like in the skateboard community, bro, it's kind of hard to be a content creator. Now I feel like it's way more acceptable, but when I was grew up skateboarding and shit like that, nobody was fucking vlogging. No people weren't making challenge videos type shit, you know? Yeah, I get you.
How long you been making YouTube videos for?
I picked up the camera when I was 9 years old, and I think I started skating around 7. But yeah, at first it was just I picked up my mom's little point and shoot camera, little digital thing, whatever you call it, and me and my sister would just I would go sit on a chair, put the camera, and just be welcome to my channel. I'm gonna be doing this and this. This is who I am. As if anyone was watching, but I would just post random shit here and there, whatever, a basketball shot, a fucking kickflip in my backyard. And yeah, I kind of just stuck with it.
How old are you?
21 right now.
You're only 21?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
How old are you?
I just turned 27.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
I thought you were 23.
Yeah, nah.
Not to offend you, but
no.
That's a good thing.
So you're only 21 years old.
Yeah.
How long you been making YouTube content for? It's seriously. So you were just posting shit, random clips. When did you actually take this shit serious?
I say 13 years old, maybe 14 was when I was all right, I want to do this shit.
Damn, yeah, because you're a little younger generation than me.
Yeah, I grew up watching that shit.
6 years older than you. Damn, so you're 21 now. You've been basically in the game for coming up on the 10 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Holy shit. And you just when did it start popping off for you? When did you start because I've been watching your videos you quit some job, you quit McDonald's or some shit, or you got you got fired?
Nah, I mean, I quit.
You got fired on your day off?
That was later down the road, but honestly, it's always been slow and steady, my growth on YouTube. It was always I remember. But to get to the first 1,000 subscribers, which most YouTubers can agree, that's the hardest, getting up off the ground. The first 1,000 I didn't hit till I was 15, and I told you I've been doing it. The channel that I still have right now, probably since I was like 11. So a few years to get to 1,000, and then almost another year to get to 2,000. Then it slowly started picking up. But after, I was like, when I started working at McDonald's, I had like still only like 17K or some shit. And then after I quit and like started going hard on that shit, that's when it started picking up. So it was like good timing. And at that point, I'm like 18 years old.
Do you believe in manifestation? I asked everyone on my pod, do you believe in manifestation?
Yeah, like the whole, what's it called when you, what's the other thing? Law of attraction?
Yeah.
That shit, yeah. That shit, like, I'm interested in that shit. I don't like study it or anything, but like, I believe in that shit.
Well, see, I just think it's dope because it's like, I had this idea to start my YouTube channel. I had my idea to start the YouTube channel when I was in fucking college.
Uh-huh.
You started your shit in middle school, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm a little older, you know, but I think it's still like that same ahead of the curve type shit. We're like, who were you watching on YouTube at the time that were just like, damn, I just want to make these videos?
When I was younger, when I said I first started picking up the camera and shit, I would just go on YouTube, search skateboarding tricks, and just anyone who was posting, they were just like 8-second clips of them doing like a tray flip off a loading dock or something. So I remember this dude Josh Katz, Jeff DeCesare, who I know now, and then later down the road, like when people started like, you know, the YouTube blogging and stuff like that like really came about, it was like Andy Schrock, Aaron Cairo with Braille Skateboarding. I don't know if you heard of them.
Of course.
Fucking a couple of years later down the road, Garrett Jenner, dudes like that. That's all I was consuming back then was just skateboard content. You know, I didn't really watch anything else. And then, after watching them, I was like, I found out, they make money from that shit. Like, that's cool. Like, I want that to be my job one day, you know? You feel me? And then, so yeah, that's who I like wanted to be like, you know, took inspiration from them back then.
From the jump, you're just like, I'm trying to make some money.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, it wasn't even like, there was probably like a year or two like period that I missed out. I could have been making money. Not a lot, maybe like $50 to $100 like every few months or some shit. But like, I didn't know I could monetize my channel because I didn't really like, I didn't want it that bad. I mean, who doesn't want like some money for what you're already doing? But I mean, like, I was just doing it for fun. And then when I found out, I was like, shit, like, I could be doing this already. And boom, turn on monetization, start making a few bucks.
Hold on. I got to tweak some settings on the video real quick, and then we're going to get back to this convo.
Bet.
My fault, bro. I just have like OCD when there's like, your shit's still a little overexposed, but I'm going to just let it rock. But I mean, you bring up an interesting conversation because it's like, as a YouTuber, bro, or someone who wants to be successful on YouTube, you have to think of it as like, okay, I want to make money off this. You have to think of it as a business.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the conversation of like art and commerce. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you draw the line between like being an artist technically? You know, people don't call vloggers artists, but I mean, you're kind of an artist. It's a creative outlet.
Yeah.
Would you call it that?
Yeah, definitely.
Or are you more of like a journalist?
I mean,
that's interesting. I never thought about that.
I let people call it whatever they want. You know, there's hundreds of labels you could give it. Like, there's terms that I don't like, but I'll still let people call it. Like, you know, like influencer. Like, it's what content creators are, but that word's just like a little cringe to me. I don't go around calling myself that. But like, if someone calls me that, I'm not gonna like, you know, like what I'm saying is like, I'll let anyone call me whatever, you know.
So what you're saying is you're not an influencer.
Nah,
I'll fuck with you. I hate that word too, bro.
It's just like,
but at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, we are kind of influencers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we do have an influence on people, which I guess that's the term. But people just throw that shit around like they get 2K on the gram, you know, and they start calling themselves influencers type shit, you know.
You know what my pet peeve is when people do that shit? I hate when people are super quick to put credentials in their bio. You know how like, you know how it's like that commercial of the fucking, like, Uber driver or whatever, you know, they're just, or the meme, it's not a commercial, it's a meme, where it's just like the Uber driver just describes their job as like way more lavish.
Yeah, like over,
And it's like, bro, people have a tendency to just jump to the bio, bro, and just be, yep, I'm this now, this is my title.
Yeah, you like, you sell your first fucking pre-roll and now you're an entrepreneur, huh? Like, you just jump right to it.
But now they're like making it a business page. you know, and they're just like they're having a contact. You can hit them up, you know. It's just like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I mean,
how old were you when you first were on social media?
Bro, I was like 8 years old, 7, 8 years old.
That's
like
fucking nuts to me.
Like on not even like social media. I remember like making a MySpace account just to make it, like just to say I have one. But I was on YouTube. That YouTube was the first site I was ever like on, you know, just watching random shit.
You weren't supposed to be on MySpace.
But to be honest, I was on meme pages. Like there was this page called like 9gag, and it was just like filled with just memes, like those old memes where it's like the comic, like the little stick figure people, like little. I was just like,
style of memes have definitely got different.
Yeah, but like the sense of humor in them like was not for a little kid, you know. It was joking about like, you know, like sexual shit and all that, and I was consuming that as a young age, and I mean, maybe that's why I got some of my sense of humor, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, bro, people say with like the younger generation, like they're all like super woke or whatever, but if you go online, they're fucking kind of funny, man. Like you, like I don't even know. I feel like an old head saying like your generation, but bro, the younger kids, like around your age, even high school, they going crazy on TikTok, having some crazy ass jokes, or just like, oh, y'all are wild.
Like the dark humor shit, or like the
dark humor shit, just self like humiliating shit, like people just roasting themselves, like people just thirsty to go viral.
Yeah, nah, I feel that.
What was your first viral video like?
Bro, I don't even think I've what do you consider viral? I mean,
all right, better question. What was your first video where you're just like had some views and comments where you're just like, okay, I should make another video?
I never really had that, to be honest with you.
Because you were just always making videos.
It was just always slow and steady. I never had like one thing pop off that just like snowballed, you know? It's always just been slow and steady, like after, you know?
Let me ask you this though. When did you start looking at it like, okay, this is gonna be the title for the video? Because that's you're thinking different when you're thinking like that, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've looked, your titles aren't really too crazy, but I feel like as a YouTube creator, for me, it's like that's the first thing I think about is the title.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you agree, or how do you feel about that?
No, yeah, I definitely, like, obviously now I have the title in mind before I shoot the video. But back then, I probably started thinking about the title a lot, like 13, 14, when I started taking it like serious. But it wasn't, when I say like the title, like I don't even mean anything crazy. Like I wasn't clickbaiting crazy. I was just like, I'd have the idea, which it could just be playing skate with my friend, where we put our trucks on backwards on our skateboard, you know, or something like that. And I'm like, okay, backwards truck game of skate, something like that. You know, it wasn't any crazy like you won't believe what happened or anything.
But even that's like people are gonna click on it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole goal of having a title. You know, it's like, especially nowadays, like, bro, if you have a gift in titling, you could be a successful YouTuber, even if your video content's kind of shit.
No,
you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just like, we live in this world where there's so much fucking clickbait,
bro.
It's just like horrible. So like, one thing I appreciate about your videos is like you. I feel like you have integrity with your titles, which is important as a creator. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these motherfuckers don't have integrity. You know,
like they just put whatever, you mean? Or like,
yeah, it's like, okay, if you're gonna clickbait shit, have some guidelines to the clickbait. Like, you know, it's like, it's on a spectrum of clickbait. You want to be in like a cool area of it. You don't want to be too clickbaity and like lie to your audience. You know, when you're lying to your audience, bro, it's just like, bro, what the fuck?
The way I look at it, if you lie to them or you put some shit, even just putting a title where it's like over exaggerating like some little thing, you know, like, oh, you stubbed your toe, and then this bitch puts like, I fucked my worst injury, I went to the hospital, you know. It's like, if you lie in any way or stretch it and someone clicks on that video and it's your first one, like the first time they're watching you, they're never gonna watch you again, you know. Like the whole thing I've been trying to do for the past few years is like build shit, you know. So to build, like, I gotta be like honest with my audience, like transparent, all that. That's what I'm going for. So like with my titles, like I'll make it like maybe something like where they question it real quick, or just like something like, what the fuck, like what is that supposed to mean, you know? But I never like lie in my titles and
because
shit.
once you have that built up audience too, it's like they're gonna click on whatever the fucking title is. You know, and I kind of feel like you have that fan base where it's just they're just gonna click on whatever, like whatever you title it, they're gonna click on it.
Yeah. That's what I fuck with, cause like there was like this skate video that I posted. It was just like fucking around skating and shit, and I titled it like, bro, like damn son, where'd you find this? And like that shit got a few 100,000 views.
No, exactly. I've had those random videos too.
Yeah, a couple months ago I titled some shit like you fell off, why be better? You know, like just dumb shit. Like the thumbnail I still put some effort in, but like people just know like, oh, it's gonna be a fucking one of his regular videos, you know? Like that's, I don't know. But yeah, that's cool.
It's like building your style.
Yeah.
You know? I've always wanted to do like a cryptic ass title series where it's like if you read it backwards, it's like some fucking crazy message.
Some like subliminal shit.
Yeah,
or what?
like that would be fucking. I was like, damn, if I'm that level of genius, that'd be sick. You know?
Yeah, I feel like you gotta be at like a certain point for that. Like I don't even think I could do that right now. Maybe, but like only certain people could like pull that off, or unless it's like a really obvious thing where like you said you read it backwards, like. If it's like, I like easy to catch on to. You know?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. The title shit is complicated. It's definitely complicated. What came first, videos or skateboarding?
Skateboarding by like a year or two.
See, because for me, bro, skateboarding introduced me to videography and to that style of like creation and shit. So I'm always curious. How'd you get into skateboarding?
My brother's like maybe like 6-7 years older than me, so when I was around that age I started skating. He was in middle school, and you know every like middle school like clique gets into skating at some point, I feel like. And him and his friends were doing it. I just looked up, I'm like, oh, like that looks fun, you know. We were playing like the Tony Hawk video games. I got a fucking skateboard from Walmart, started rolling around, you know, trying to hang with them type shit. But they were just kind of like get the fuck out of here, you know?
Shit.
But
were they good?
They could like heel flip and shit like that. So man, like when you're a kid, that's good as fuck.
Bro, I remember like the middle school energy was just like, oh damn, like he could tray flip. He's fucking good. Bro. You know? Hell yeah. It's like the way they judge it, bro. When I was in middle school, man, they were just judging shit off the dumbest shit. It's just like, oh, he came in a fucking fresh pair of Nike SBs, man. Is he gonna skate them? You know, it's just, or just like, damn, he could varial kickflip, you know, or some weird shit.
Nah, definitely, yeah. But they were doing their thing, skating. I just kind of like, you know, thought it was cool, started doing it a little bit. But once I kind of got the vibe that like they didn't want me like skating with them, my dad would take me to like skate parks and shit. Like he would rollerblade, so I would go, he would rollerblade, I would try to roll around on my skateboard type shit, and yeah, so I started from there.
So did your brother like tell you like, hey bro, like you need to stop coming around? Or how did you get the message?
I just remember them telling me like that my board was fake, and I didn't, it was because it was a Walmart skateboard and they had like, you know, like Element and shit, and I'm just like, it's a piece of wood like with wheels, it's a skateboard, you know. And like they were just like teasing me type shit.
Yeah, I
told my mom, I'd be like, they're saying my skateboard's fake, and then that's when I kind of like just got
you were paying your dues. We've all been there. My first board, I had like a fucking Walmart board with like some lowrider. I mean, like longboard, like gel wheels. Bro.
Yeah.
Shit was heavy as fuck.
How old were you when you started skating?
5th grade. No, like probably like 4th grade. Because 5th grade, I had an Element. I was into like Brent Ashley. He was fire, super steezy. He skated for them, bro. And I remember being in 5th grade and I had like a full complete board. I was going to skate camp and shit. Like I was in it. I fuck with skateboarding. Okay. Skateboarding influenced so much shit.
Hell yeah.
It's like there was this line in this rap or I think who the fuck's, I don't know who said it, but they were just talking about how, like back in the day, or the saying is rappers want to be ball players. But I feel like rappers want to be skaters now, and skaters want to be rappers, you know? Where it's like ball players want to be rappers, rappers want to be ball players. But really, it's like these rappers want to be skaters or like rock stars.
Yeah.
Like, man, because skateboarding introduced me to, like, music, hip-hop, all that shit, along with my big brother. But it was like coming up and being exposed to so much culture through skateboarding, man, it really, like, I feel like it shaped me a lot. You feel like it shaped you?
Yeah, definitely. Just even little shit like learning how to fall and get back up type shit, you know? Just little shit like that builds character.
Damn, so who were you skating with? You were just riding around? Because that's the thing too. It's like, okay, how can I learn? new tricks if I'm not skating with dudes who are like kind of better than me.
Yeah, bro, that's the thing.
Or learning with me.
I would just go on YouTube and search how to kickflip, how to frontside pop shove it. And there was videos, you know, the dudes that I know now at Braille, Aaron Cairo and them, that's like their whole thing is like teaching people to skate. So I would literally watch they're called trick tips tutorials, whatever.
Yeah, I used to watch trick tips too.
I would just go watch it, go straight to the backyard, start trying the trick for hours. And sometimes I'd get close, but I mean, the reason I didn't have many people to skate with, so there was a few times where I would quit. I'd skate for like maybe like 6 months. It was like a fucking season type shit. I'd skate for 6 months, stop for 6 months. And then like I remember the first time it just like I had no one to skate with. And then I moved this dude moved next to me, this kid my age. He got a skateboard. So then I had someone to skate with. And then I moved away, didn't have anyone, stopped skating. It was just that type of shit.
It was an on and off relationship.
Yeah. Until I was like
toxic?
12. What you mean?
I said, was it toxic?
Nah, it was healthy.
You get a shinner and just be like, man, fuck this bitch, I'm off it.
Nah.
Like, I stopped skateboarding for 6 months because you got a fat shitter.
Nah, if anything, like, honestly, that shit was probably healthier because, like, if I stick with something too long, I get bored of it. So, like, having that break and then coming back to it, falling in love with it again.
Did you do any other type of sports type shit?
Yeah, bro, basketball, football, and baseball. For years. That shit got in the way of skating, you know. Skating was the thing that I wanted to do because no one was forcing me to do it, and my mom was like really pushy about the sports. And you know, skating, there's no time and shit to pull up, like when you have to be there, no practice. So that was what I wanted to do, but I always had to go to practice and the games and shit. But yeah, those sports for sure.
Wait, your dad was still taking you to skate park and shit?
Yeah, when he could.
Fuck. So like, when did you start doing skateboard content or like skateboard videos? Like, did you already have some traction, or did you first see traction in the skateboard content?
Yeah, it was skateboard. Like I said, I would just like put the camera and film myself and just do little videos like that. But it was like skateboarding content off the bat, just because like that's what I was watching. You know, I just wanted to make what I was watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Those people.
Exactly. That's dope.
And I don't think there was no traction or anything. You know, like, between like 0 and 50 views every video type shit, like that's a little bit, you know, like that's a lot of people, especially at that age, to be watching a single video of you, like, so but it didn't get over like the hundreds until, like I said, when I started taking it serious at like 14.
Like, started thinking about the titles and shit like that.
Yeah
Started thinking about, see, that's nuts to me that you were already thinking like that at 14. Like, that says something about the you know, like, people who grew up with technology and shit.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first got your first cell phone? And what kind was it?
Bro, I had a flip phone, maybe like 4th or 5th grade, just to like get a hold of my parents, you know, because at that age you start hanging out with friends and stuff, like kind of going on your own and shit. So I had to text my mom where I was at type shit.
That's how I was too, man. I had my first little flip phone, but we didn't have like iPhones and shit when I was in high school. Like when I was in high school, they had like iPhone, the first. Probably like iPhone 2, 2GS, 3GS type shit. So it's like,
I got an iPod Touch in 6th grade, and from then on, that was my camera, my phone. I would download like apps to like text, you know, like
just Wi-Fi pimping.
Yeah. So like the iPod Touch was my go-to from 6th grade to like 10th grade, bro. I didn't have an iPhone that worked, like, that was serviced until I was like a sophomore type shit. I was still rocking with iPods in high school as like a freshman. And I would film on it. Damn. Yeah, it's funny to look back on.
Yeah, that's nuts. Like, so what were you shooting your first YouTube videos on? Your cell phone?
My iPod.
Your iPod?
Yeah, they're still up on my channel. You could go back, and I'm clearly filming on this blurry ass front facing camera. And every video I'd be like, my iPod's dying. I gotta go to the church and charge it. Just little shit like that. It's like, it's funny to look back on. But yeah, I use that shit for everything: editing, posting, all that.
No, because it's like half the battle is just trying to do this shit. You know, it's just filming your first one. That's the hardest part. Is filming the first one. You know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, if you really want to do it, like, you would wake up and just think about YouTube videos.
Yeah, bro. I'd be like, oh, I'm hanging out with my friend today, I'm gonna film it, just whatever the fuck happens, you know. I wouldn't plan shit like how I plan now, you know, like script a video, like make a script for whatever, plan like a shot list, anything, nothing like that. Just go on about our day, just film everything. And yeah, it was just something to look forward to.
How'd you learn how to edit?
Just doing it, to be honest. I don't think I had any like
Proper
videos that I watched to learn. Like it was all myself. Like I just download an app, put it in, kind of just fuck around with it, see what works. And you know, it was just splitting clips. There was no music. It was just split here, put this here. I don't even think like there was like little to no editing, because all my old videos have like fade transitions, which was like the default in like the editing that I would use. So between every clip, after I'm done talking, it would fade to the next one. So I didn't even know how to like take that off. So like, yeah, there wasn't much editing.
But I'm talking now, like you know how to edit, right? I mean,
yeah.
Do you edit your own videos?
Yeah, definitely. Still learning, to be honest. Like I think I got to like 100K subscribers on Windows Movie Maker and just still editing shit on iMovie on my phone.
You said 100K?
Yeah, I got up to 100K like that. No proper equipment, like just like my phone and this like cheap little Dell laptop.
How old were you when you first seen 100K? Because you're at what, like 200,000 right now?
Yeah, like 220 something thousand. I just hit 100K in 2020.
So it's kind of like a snowball effect, low key.
Yeah.
Like once you hit a threshold and then you just really just keep going on with the content, it's gonna just keep building and building and building.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then after I started making, you know, enough money to like put aside to reinvest type shit, that's when I got a MacBook, got Premiere Pro, which I edit on now. And again, like most of the editing, just doing it. And if there's one little like little effect I want to learn how to do, just look it up. There's millions of fucking videos on YouTube. So it's just about diving in,
applying yourself,
yeah. And I'm
actually doing it.
Yeah.
You ever wanted to quit?
As of recently or ever?
Well, I mean, just ever.
The same shit with how I was saying, like skating. I would like quit and then come back, quit and then come back. I would do that with YouTube too, because not in the last few years, now that it's my job, but like just any little hobby I would pick up, sports or whatever, I just get bored of it if I'm doing it too much. Like to like mix it up. Probably why I'm trying to branch out with the content. But I would quit for like a few months, come back, and like if I do that now, it'd probably hurt my channel. But I remember taking a 7-month break when I worked at McDonald's. And I was like, at that point, like I was like, I'm not gonna do this shit anymore, you know, like I have to get a job, like start doing adult shit. And I was still in high school, so I had no time. But then like I made the decision to quit that job, get a part-time job so I could start making videos again. And it just kind of worked out.
Yeah, what's the story behind that?
You want me to get into it?
Yeah, bro. All right. Come on, man.
So I'll skip. I'm not going to go into every detail, but
yeah, I mean, you have 18. A video. You have a video explaining this.
Yeah. So. I'm 18, working at McDonald's. I'm a senior in high school. I'm not enjoying life. I mean, like I'm a pretty like positive, happy person, so I'm not like all depressed and shit. But you know, I would wake up, go to school, get out of school, go to work until they could keep me till like 10 or 11 because I was in high school, so they couldn't keep me like a full 8 hours on school days. I'd fucking come home if I had enough energy, you know, do some homework, go to sleep, wake up, do the same shit. And I was working like 5-6 days a week. And I just didn't have time to do shit, you know? Like I didn't have time to film, skate, hang out with friends, nothing. So I'm like, bro, I'm giving up like my time, you know? Time's like, that's when I started realizing how valuable your time is.
Oh, for sure.
And I was just like, I'd rather quit this shit and be making little to no money, but still like have free time to like at least skate or just hang out with friends, whatever. And then later down the road, around the time I graduated, I was dating this girl at the time, and she didn't even know I had a YouTube channel because I mean I wasn't posting. It only had like between 17 and 20K.
That's solid.
I'm showing, yeah. I mean, but I hadn't posted in 7 months. Like I said, I took that break. I was just like, nah, like I can't do this. I don't have time.
That's crazy.
I just didn't think I had time because I was working so much and going to school. But yeah, around that time, I show her my YouTube channel. I start venting about it. I'm like, look, this is what I want to be doing. There's potential here. Look, this video got this many views. These people are doing this. They're making a living. And I'm like, I want to be doing this. And she's like, do it. And then I'm like, all right. So I made a plan. My friend was working at a skate shop, active ride shop. I hit him up. I'm like, hey, do you think you can give me a job there? Boom. I was working within the next 2 weeks, part-time, type shit, like 2-3 days a week, a few hour shifts. And my plan was every chance that I get that I'm not working, like grind YouTube. And when I came back from that 7-month break, like the videos were different. They were more, I had my friends more involved. I was a little more comfortable on camera being myself, They weren't these fucking tripod videos of me just talking about, Q&A, setting up a board. I was out in LA, like skating with my friends, having fun, cracking jokes. So that's why I feel like it really picked up, because people like to see, friends vibing and shit. So yeah, after a few months, like shit started picking up. Honestly, shit started picking up like from the fucking get-go. You could look at like my social blade, like the analytics. That month that I started working at Active and started posting, it was just a few videos, I gained like 8,000 to 10,000 more subscribers. And within the next couple months, I'm at 50K and then 60K. And that shit, I just haven't took my foot off.
So you started working at Active Ride Shop?
Yeah, Active Ride Shop, in the middle of 2019. Yeah.
How'd you get that job?
I just hit up my homie. I was like, because he was working there at the time. And I'm like, yo, can you give me a job there? Like, I just wanted any like chill, like part-time job where I could just have time to just film videos. Because I had graduated at that point. So I was like, yeah, all right, let me take advantage while I can, before I like get stuck in a hole, So start doing that. I start hitting my friends. I was using the little money. Okay, so I'm working like 3 days a week at this skate shop for like 4 hours. My paychecks every 2 weeks are like $100-some.
Oh fuck!
I'm using all that money for gas to drive to LA and film videos. Like I'm just like fucking grinding this shit. I'm like, I want this, but I have a girlfriend, and girls, they want attention. They want to go on dates. They want to travel. They want to do all these things, and I'm so laser focused on what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to build, and honestly, that's like, we just didn't have the same vision, which is cool. Like she's not trying to wait around for me to like get my money up or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it worked out. Long story short, like within the next year, I hit 100K.
Damn.
And just like completely, like, thanks to like everyone who fucking fucks with my shit, like, and it happened pretty fast, to be honest. Cause I remember filming a video while I'm sitting at 20K, and I'm just like, bro, like, I'm not giving up on this shit this time until I reach 100K.
Cause you were so was it like McDonald's was just like, yo, I'm not going back to this shit.
Bro, exactly. I never wanted to work for somebody again.
That shit traumatized you?
Yes, bro. Like, I was just like, fuck, I shouldn't be here. Not like because I thought I was the shit and I like was better than that, but just because like I just didn't want to be told what to do, and like I just wanted to be, even like fuck the money, like I just wanted to be spending my fucking time on earth doing something I enjoy,
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, I'd rather go fucking make barely any money and just fucking have fun,
Was that your first job?
Yeah, first and then Active, and then that was the last time I worked.
What made you want to get that job? Like your parents made you?
Yeah, I mean, I started driving, so all I had was a phone bill, and I had to pay for my gas, so I needed some type of money. YouTube was sitting in the background making like $40 a month off my old catalog of old videos, type shit. So I was like, there's potential there. But yeah, I worked at McDonald's just because I was like, boom, set, like I could rely on that every 2 weeks. But I was fucking stupid with my money anyways. I would use my money that I would make for McDonald's on food, like on my lunch breaks type shit. Like, it's so fucking dumb. Like,
what were you doing in McDonald's?
Like
drive-through? What were you doing?
They got you everywhere. They got you French fries. They got you at the first drive-through window, the second drive-through window. They got you up at the front.
Was it scary seeing how all that shit like is made behind the scenes, or do you still fuck with McDonald's?
I wouldn't say I fuck with McDonald's. Like, I'll go there once in a while, but if anything, it was interesting. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was cool. It wasn't like scary. Like everything's just frozen. They fry it, whatever. But yeah.
What's your McDonald's order?
Like fucking some McChickens, some nuggets, something like that.
I fuck with the Big Mac. I'm gonna be real.
Fuck it.
You don't fuck with the Big Mac?
Nah, I'm more of like more like a quarter pounder guy. If I'm gonna get a burger.
I never fucked with the quarter pounders. I'm gonna be real, bro. Big Mac strictly, but I also fuck with the McNuggets.
Yeah.
And they got the best fries in the world.
Yeah.
Best fries.
That was the first day on the job. I was doing fries, which is just you get the frozen fries, put them in the oil, flip them, put fucking salt. But I'm right there, like in front of the fryer, and I remember waking up for the next few days just like I had really bad acne. So all that like grease and oil just hitting me in the heat, like, bro, I was fucking bad. Like my face just like pizza type shit. Yeah.
Damn.
But
did you have to get over that? Because I mean, I feel like filming yourself and having to deal with that shit, like that shit sucked or what?
The acne?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I've never really been insecure about my appearance. So like I would get a lot of comments, you know, like talking shit about my acne.
That's the worst, bro. It's just like, fuck, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been pretty good about like comments that are more about like me. Like if I get a negative comment and it's about like how I look, you know, oh, your teeth are fucked up, you have acne, fucking whatever, I don't give a fuck. I just ignore it. But the type of comments that do get to me are like if they like misinterpret my like who I am as a person, then that starts giving me like it starts like it has me like pause for a second. I'm like, I want to respond type shit, but like nah, like the comments about like my acne, like I wasn't tripping, you know.
You read the comments a lot?
Yeah, like every single one.
I feel like you have to if you want to be tapped in.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're not getting hella hate no more. Like people be hating on your shit.
As of right now, a little bit. It definitely like it's not a lot, you know. 500 comments on a video, it'll be like 2, 3, but those be like sticking out. If you peep them, then you're like, oh shit, you know. I could be scrolling, hearting comments, replying, and then when I see one that's like negative, I'm like, stop to think, and then I'm like, nah, fuck this fool, you know.
Yeah, that shit sucks, bro. When sometimes, man, hey, you gotta admit sometimes if you're a content creator and they come through with those hateful comments,
bro,
I know people are reading them and taking that shit to heart, especially when the comment is spot on. It's a sore subject in your bro. I've had some comments hit me deep where I'm just like, man, I gotta just shake it off, man. Fuck them comments.
Can't let them show them your weak spot or whatever.
Bro, you ever took any L's on videos?
All the time, financially and like analytically, you know. So like there was a time, my best example would be like I spent like $1,200, flew me and my friend out to surprise one of my subscribers in New Jersey. It worked out. Like he was there at his house. The reason I had his address is because he bought merch from me. So I had his address and I just pulled up. He was there. The video was cool, but that shit was like this was a few months ago and it was my worst performing video in the last like 2 years. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, damn, like I like invested hella into this video and didn't really get the numbers back I was expecting. But I mean, it was still like, it could have went worse. Like I could have not met the kid, you know? The kid, he's like fucking 19. No, I could have like, the video itself was good, but like the numbers back from it, that's what I'm trying to say.
It sucks sometimes when you expect that video to hit and it doesn't hit.
Yeah, but then there's also been like videos that don't work out that I just don't post at all because like if I go to film some shit, it's not how I envisioned it. I'm not gonna post some like shit that's just like if I'm not hyped on it, you know. So that's the worst, when I go out, put effort, maybe pay a filmer or some shit, and then it just doesn't work out. Take an L on the video as a whole. That's like and that hits harder for me.
Wow. Yeah, no, I feel that for sure, because it's like you kind of want to quality control your shit, but it's just hard sometimes not to overthink shit, you know.
Bro, that's me for sure.
Like I feel like I relate to you, bro, because I feel like I'm not really like a in front of the camera type content creator, and I'm more reserved and shy. Like I don't know, like what type of person are you?
I'm pretty outgoing.
Oh, really?
But like when I first meet someone, quiet, shy. I'm not gonna be like all over the top, you know, like fucking bouncing off the wall, hyper. But like once I get to know someone, like it clicks. I'm just like, or if it's like a stranger, you know, I'll go be fucking cringe, all stupid, act like an idiot in front of strangers. Like I don't give a fuck. But when I get to know somebody, like meet a new friend or something, then that's when it's like more chill, you know, a little awkward, a little whatever. But yeah, pretty outgoing overall.
Do you mostly find yourself just like filming shit by yourself, or like are you filming shit with homies, or
bro,
like
nowadays by myself too much? I fucking hate it. That's why like I don't have like a little crew, like a little team like that's just interested in the same shit as me. I got a few, but they're doing their own shit, you know. And we all live like a couple hours apart because I live out in Ventura County, which is like 45 minutes from North Hollywood. From here. So middle of LA with traffic, it's like an hour 15 maybe. Fucking. So And the people who, like my friends in my hometown, because I still got the same friends from like middle school type shit. They're all like, nobody does what I do out there. Nobody's a content creator. So there are some skateboarders who I skate with and kick it with, but like nobody's on the same shit I'm on. They're not trying, like they don't have the same goals.
They ain't getting no views, bitch. Just say it. They ain't getting no views out there.
They're not even trying. Like
they ain't getting
no
fucking views.
They don't even post. They don't make videos. Like that's not their thing. Some of them don't even want to be on camera. So I be filming a lot by myself for sure. But
bro, skating by yourself fucking sucks.
Dude,
I could only imagine filming. You don't?
I don't skate. Like if I'm filming by myself, it's some other shit. It's some vloggy type shit. I'm going somewhere. I'm doing something. I can't put a tripod down and film myself skate.
I was about to say, I was like, that shit's so hard.
Bro, I did that shit for years. Like how I said when I came back from that 7-month break, I had my friends involved. Before that, bro, like I said, it was just me with a tripod just talking about my skateboard, doing flat ground tricks and filming with a tripod. Like that shit, I hate editing tripod clips. It's fucking, I'd rather have someone behind the camera out. Like there's more like personality in that, even if like someone else is just holding the camera, you feel me?
I definitely feel that. When did do your parents like understand what you do now, or do they see the vision type shit?
Yeah. My parents have always been supportive of honestly everything I do. Like the skateboarding was like, my mom bought me my first skateboard. So my mom and my dad, they're not together. They're cool. Like, you know, we all live in the same town, but we don't live in the same house. So sometimes I'd go to my dad's. He would take me to the skate park. He was all for it. Anything I wanted to do. My mom, you know, like she bought me my first skateboard. She was supportive. Like, you know, she was there, but she would also take away my skateboard if I was acting up in school or some shit, you know. But as far as the videos, like I didn't tell my mom about that shit until like I kept that shit a secret. You know, I don't even think she knew I had a YouTube channel until I was like 14 or maybe 15.
Bro, isn't that nuts? Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah, my whole life, bro. There's years of content on YouTube, and she didn't even know. It was just like,
do they watch your content now?
Yeah, bro. My dad, he's kind of older. He doesn't really like know how to use the internet like that. So I bought him a tablet, and it only has YouTube and like a game for him to play. So like he knows how to go on and like watch him now sometimes. But my mom's like, every video, every podcast, anything I'm featured in, she's probably watching this. She's reading every comment.
That's sick.
Like it's sick, but like sometimes it gets a little too much. You feel me? She feels the need to like reply to some people if like, you know, if like, which I don't want her to do.
See,
like,
that's the thing. That's the thing with my dad too. I just had he's been starting to figure it out and like watch the content and shit.
Yeah,
I've been having to deal with that too.
Oh, okay.
You got to tell her?
Yeah, for years, bro. Like even just as far as her like there would be little things where like she knew that like not all these people that watch me like knew me, but she would still like ask me like little questions that would just bother me for some reason. She'd be like, who's this guy that commented this about your teeth? And I'm like, Mom, I don't know. It's just like a random person. You feel me? Like I had to keep telling her that, and then she'd be like, or I'd see a notification pop up at one point like from her account, and like at one point I blocked her and shit. But then she found out because she would comment and her shit wouldn't pop up. So she caught on quickly. But yeah, she's pretty good about it now. Like she doesn't like get too like involved because she knows how I feel about it.
You had a conversation with her.
Yeah, but I'd prefer that over her like not supporting it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, if she's commenting, like she's being an active parent, you know? She wants to be involved in, I don't know, their child's life. How many siblings do you have?
2. They're both just from my mom's side. So my mom's full white, my dad's full Mexican. So my brother and sister are both older than me. They're both full white, I think. Yeah. They're just from my mom's side. So I'm the only mix, half Mexican, half white.
Bro, you're like my evil twin, bro. It's crazy. It's like the Spider-Man meme, bro. I know people are gonna say that shit. So they're like your half siblings type shit.
Yeah, I never looked at it like that.
I was like, I don't either. But technically speaking, I'm speaking technically. No, I feel it.
But yeah, my mom bought me my first camera too. It was like $500. I put up 100. She put up 400 because I was barely making like dollars off YouTube. And she was like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Like, I don't want this to be another thing you just pick up and put down. You know, like, are you gonna stick with this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm showing her like fucking Garrett Jenner, who's my friend now. I'm showing her his YouTube videos. I'm like, look. He bought a car with YouTube money. I'm pulling up other YouTubers with like millions. I'm like, look, they're buying houses. They're buying their mom cars. I'm like, I want to do that when I'm older, like, you know.
I ain't going back to McDonald's, Mom.
No, I'm like 14 at this point, 15. I didn't even. I was just like, I saw the vision, you know. I saw the potential.
Sometimes in life, you just have like exterior motives, or you just have motivations that just like obviously give you that motivation, obviously, and like you already had that determination or like that interest, which was cool. So I feel like maybe at the time the McDonald's just like a reminder of just like, all right, bro, like this is something I really want to do. Let me just do this shit.
Yeah, bro, because like if you ever want to figure out what you want to do, go do something that you don't want to do. You'll be thinking of a million different things that you'd rather be spending your time doing. While I'm there fucking flipping and putting the fries in and shit, like I'm like, I'd rather be doing this. Like I'd see one of my friends come to the drive-thru. They're like, oh, we're going here. Like we're going to fucking the trampoline park or some shit. I'm like, fuck. Wish I could go, you know?
Trying to go to the trampoline park, man.
Yeah, but yeah, McDonald's definitely like opened my eyes, because around that time, you know, I'm graduating high school. I'm like, fuck, like what do I want to do in my life, you know? Like I didn't know. I didn't actually think about like the YouTube shit, because I had already kind of put it in the past. And I'm like, I started looking at it like it wasn't realistic anymore. I'm like, dude, like I've been doing this shit since I was little. Like it's not that fun anymore. I don't have anyone to film with. And like once I fucking quit, stopped making excuses, and like started reaching out to more people, going to LA, doing all that, like it worked out, you know? But
no, that's how I feel like it is. That's what, like, that's why I wanted to sit down and talk to you, bro, because like I want to focus on people's story of like grinding and just overcoming those challenges and just like putting in the work and actually just taking the risk, you know, like that I like sitting down and having those conversations with people, because that's what I feel like I'm doing. Like it's inspiring to me to see that shit and hear your story and just see you going, because like I feel like you've been, we'll look at it like this, like you've been making YouTube videos for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
The majority of your subs have been like not too, it's been pretty recent.
2.5 years.
Yeah, right. So it's like really traction. Like, okay, this is what I've been putting in all this time and fucking energy in. It's like this is the show. I'm at the show.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like this is it. This is what I've been grinding. This is what I've been doing all this shit for.
And I'm still not where I want to be. I mean, obviously, like I was saying earlier, my goal was 100,000. And when I hit that shit, I fucking cried. I was like, I did it. But a part of me was like, now what? And that's why, like, I feel like I kind of like closed that chapter of like the skateboarding vlogs, or the skateboarding, like the shit that just revolves around the skateboarding, you know? Now I'm obviously still going to skate. I'll throw it in my videos because I'm always going to love skating. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, I just want to film fun shit, funny shit on some like I was saying earlier, I just wanted to create videos that I was watching, which were like those skate YouTubers. Now, bro, I don't fucking watch skating. I'll watch like a video part here and there, you know?
What's the last video part you watched?
Ishad's new part.
I was about to say the Shad one was fire.
Yeah,
that shit was sick.
Yeah, I'll throw one on here and there, but like I don't watch those guys that I used to watch. Like I still support what they're doing, you know? Like I'm not gonna, like that's like what I fucking grew up watching. But like now I'm like, I watch people like, you know, fucking David Dobrik, Danny Duncan, like just like Nelk, shit like that, you know? Like all those guys, like I just want to find like a format where I'm like out doing the fucking cool funny shit that like I fuck with, and then the skateboarding is just like a little cherry on top, you feel me? That's kind of like the vision. That's why I see it in the next few years.
Do you feel like there's like a ceiling on skateboarding?
Bro, without a doubt. I know numbers aren't everything, but if you pull up, I think the biggest skateboarding YouTuber right now, his name's Luis Mora. You know him or not?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
He's
he does the Japan videos.
Yeah, he's got between like 1.5 2 million. He's like killing it, like a couple 100,000 views every video. But I feel like there's no cap to like just YouTube in general, you know? Like if you don't have like a specific niche like that, like dude, there's fuckers like Mr. Beast averaging like 10, 20, 40, 50 million views, you know? Like you're not going to see a skateboarder averaging 1 million a video, you know? Like there is a ceiling to it, you know?
Yeah. Do you feel like it's kind of hard to break down those boundaries in skateboarding? Because it's like, first of all right, skateboarding in general doesn't really, or like when I was doing it, or, you know, the general consensus of skateboarding didn't really fuck with vlogging, you know?
Yeah. You were talking about that earlier. You said.
Yeah. Like
around 2000, what?
Like when I was probably 20, like if you weren't filming tricks and like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, it's like you get that weird look. You're like it was just looked down upon. Like I always just was just like kind of like insecure kind of of like vlogging at the skate park in front of the people, because I just always got that vibe where it's just like, man, like They don't fuck with this. You ever had to deal with that?
I would purposely not film. I would go to the skate park early as fuck when I was filming the tripod videos when no one was there and film my videos. Like, and then if even one person was there, I'd like, because most of the time when I'm talking to a camera, I'm like doing it in takes. Because if I stutter, I'm gonna start over, do it. Because it's fucking weird talking to a camera, to be honest. Like if no one else is around. So I'd be like saying something to the camera and I'd be like turning over to make sure like whoever's at the park wasn't like looking at me.
Couldn't hear you and shit.
But the only like part in my fucking journey, whatever, where I felt like insecure was I was in middle school, like 7th grade, and I was in art class and some fucking kid pulled up my YouTube videos on like the computer in front of the class. And I'm like setting up a board with my squeaky ass voice talking in my dark ass room. And I'm just like, fuck. I go home and I delete a couple videos. And I didn't go through and delete all of them, but I deleted like the ones where I felt like, oh fuck.
Were they trying to clown on you?
Yeah, but I was just like, I didn't get all sad. I was just kind of laughing with them, you know, like not trying to let them show like that I was like, fuck. But yeah, I went home, privated or deleted a couple, and like after that, I just kind of like embraced it throughout middle school, you know, like I was like, fuck yeah, play my videos, you know, like that's sick. Like I'm on fucking YouTube type shit, you know. Like,
leave a like and comment.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, subscribe while you're at it, dog.
Hell yeah. I wish I filmed more like at school, during school, because I'm the only thing I have to look back on in like school now is like maybe like Snapchat memories or like yearbook, you know. But I wish I filmed more like at school vlogs, because I did that a couple times, maybe like once or twice, and like it was just so fun. I didn't give a fuck about who was looking at me. I was just like walking throughout everyone, just like talking to the camera.
I'd be worried about the school policy about fucking getting suspended for doing shit like that.
You had that shit? I don't even.
Man, I got suspended for tweeting shit.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, when I was a freshman, there's a 10 stair at my high school. I grabbed my skateboard and I ollied the 10 stair at lunch, and like no one said shit.
Could you have your phone out and shit? Because we couldn't have our phone out.
Not like during class, but I mean
like passing period and shit. Yeah. We if you had your phone out at lunch, they're taking that shit.
What the fuck? You were going to fucking juvie. You were in some fucking camp.
Pretty much, man. That's how it felt like. No, actually, I enjoyed school. I was a nerd, bro. But I also definitely like loved skateboarding. I was a skate rat, bro. It was just like every time after school, I was hella bummed in middle school. I couldn't join the skate club.
You had like a skate club. Was it for like PE credits or something?
It was just like every Wednesday we had this thing called Late Wednesday, and we started like school later at like 9:30.
Oh, okay.
But we would have clubs. You could meet for your clubs on Wednesday. There was a skateboard club, and they used to be able to skate flat ground in the mornings.
You couldn't enter it? What were the requirements or what? How come they
I just didn't sign up in time.
Oh, okay,
It got full. It was full.
They were like, you gotta have nollie half cap. Yeah. you gotta be able to do this. Sorry, you have to place a game of skate to get in. There's only like 16 slots.
Yeah, exactly. Like the thing is, it's just like, damn. Like I was trying to come for the ripper of the school type. You know, like I was trying to shred shit up, because it was just like, I don't know. It was just funny. It's like, oh, you could switch heel flip. You're the best skater in the school. You're sick. You know, like, bro, the way we judge shit was just nuts, man. But I mean, going back to like being a skateboarder and a content creator, like, do you feel like skateboarding is more accepting to that shit now?
Yeah, definitely. Like even just within the last 4 years, I feel like it's like way more accepted.
I definitely agree.
Social media as a whole, you know, like now we're at a point where the tricks that people get that would used to be like street part clips, like they just throw them on the gram. And like, I don't know, I feel like just skateboarding has evolved in a lot of ways like that. And the acceptance of just YouTubers and shit is like, I feel like nobody gives a fuck anymore. Like there's always going to be people like trolling and shit, but like, you know, like the pros or like the fucking the higher ups or whatever the fuck, like they're the ones who used to like,
there's
you
no
feel like would like look down. They're just kind of like, they're doing their thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like everyone's gotten to the point of realization of just like, okay, like, call it corny, but these motherfuckers are making a bag. Like,
yeah, bro, the top skaters are even fucking doing that shit, bro. Nigel Houston, who's winning hundreds of thousands at Street League and shit, he has millions of followers on Instagram. Like, he had a fucking YouTube series. I don't know if he's still doing it, but like every week he would do like street skating video.
I was watching it.
Yeah, Send Saturdays or some shit, you know, like.
Yeah, Send Saturdays.
It's just like some of them just realize like, oh, this shit's cool. Like,
well, because it's like, bro, if you have fans that fuck with you for you could sell them. You could sell them anything. They're gonna support you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, as a skater, you're just like, okay, I want to just be supported by skaters for my skating.
Yeah.
You know, but that don't always sell boards, you know?
No, yeah.
So it's like, I feel like Ryan Sheckler and people like Nija type shit. Probably Ryan Sheckler was like a good fucking indicator of the future of just like, yo, if you're fucking popular, your boards are going to sell. Obviously good. He's pretty fucking good.
Hell yeah.
But you're pretty fucking good too.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
When did you start getting good? Like, did you realize you're just like, damn, all right, like, I'm above average now?
I don't think there was ever like a point like in time where I like realized, but looking back now, when I was 14 years old, that was my biggest year of progression. I went from like, bro, I would learn a fucking trick on flat ground and within a couple weeks take it down like a 7 stair. Damn. I can't do that shit now, bro. There's tricks that I was doing at 14 that I won't even fucking commit to now. But like from like 13 and a half, 14 to 15, like I fucking learned so much.
Wow.
I was doing all these late flips out of like grinds and shit and like jumping downstairs. And then it was like after that, then it was kind of like slow progression still.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm confused, bro, because I be seeing some of your shit. I'm like, bro, how the fuck does he like, how you do that shit? Like, how does your brain, like, when, like, you know, people have a bag of tricks.
Yeah.
Like, when did the late shit become a part of your bag? Like, when was that creative breakthrough, you know?
It first started, I had this DVD of Tony Hawk and Mike Vallely, and they were doing trick tips. It was like 10 tricks, and one of them was a late shove. And I was like, that looks sick. They're doing it on the way down. I'm trying it in my driveway. I'm landing like fucking 90 degrees, you know, not getting the full rotation. And then I kind of learned them. And then a few years later, my friend Piotto, who makes music now, he was doing them like launching out of a bowl. So he wouldn't ollie into it, but he would launch out and on the way down do the shove. And I was like, oh, I remember I used to do those. And then like I started learning them too. And from there, I just never stopped. I was like, these are fun. Variations started clicking and shit. I was like, I want to make this my shit. Because at the time I was watching Chris Chan, who's a YouTube skater.
Yeah.
And a YouTuber and a skater. I don't want to like label him that shit either. But his like signature trick was a dolphin flip, a forward flip. And I was like, that's sick. He's like kind of like, that's his signature shit, you know? Like I want to be known for that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just kind of went from there. But
no, yeah, he was definitely a dude that I was watching, Chris Chan.
Hell yeah.
And I think honestly, like the more skateboarding is more accepted about this shit because it's like you got content creators like the 9 Club, who's like, it's like you could make content the right way,
yeah,
without making it like corny or just like weird.
Yeah, I felt like a big reason why most of those dudes were like looked down upon, and like no like diss to them, but like those videos are catered towards the younger kids. You feel me? Even just like, bro, like I know damn well all those dudes cuss off camera. You know, I've been around a lot of them, like, but they're thinking like, as a business, you know, like most of them are like trying to get kids into skateboarding, so they're gonna be family friendly. You know, like they're gonna be like all like over the top, like, you feel me? Like just that type of character.
Positive, hello.
Yeah, which I fucking tried doing that until I was like maybe like
that shit.
Until I was maybe like 15 or 16. Then I started like cussing a little bit and fucking like adding my sense of humor to it. But like I didn't want to cuss. I didn't want to, bro. I was even like talking different. Like I was using different fucking words and shit. Like I was like, wow, this is really unfortunate that like instead of just being like, damn, this shit fucking sucks, you know, like just talking different, because I was like so rubbed off by these creators I was watching. But yeah, definitely like that, like catering towards kids is like, it makes the most money, you know. It's like, but I don't want to do that, and like that's why like I feel like a lot of people look down on it. But there is a correct way or a different way to make content, like the 9 Club and shit.
Yeah, I call it like putting your customer service voice on, you know?
Yeah.
I used to be a server, and it's just like I used to talk different, just like serving these, like taking people's orders, you know? Shit fucking, it was tight actually. But it definitely was one of those McDonald's moments where I'm just like, all right, well, this was tight, but I'm not trying to do this forever.
Yeah.
You know, just I got into like shooting music videos and shit.
That's fucking sick. You said you've been doing music videos for how long?
Like 6 years now.
Damn.
6 years. But I've been taking a break on the music videos lately. I've been trying to just do more YouTube content. I'm trying to be a YouTuber too, bro. Like,
hell yeah.
It's a tough game, but I mean it's kind of inspiring hearing you take breaks, you know, because I had like a big break and like I'm trying to rebrand it. I'm bringing a whole different sauce to the channel, you know, which is kind of hard to do once it gets to a certain level. I feel like
the break, like I was saying earlier, the breaks were good for me and healthy. From a creative standpoint, you free your brain. You think, okay, what type of videos, like, am I happy making these? Because when you're just on go, you're just pumping it out. You're like, all right, I got to do this. Like, I'm going to do this. Like, you're not really thinking, like, am I having fun? You feel me? Like, I've just been realizing that over the last, like, year. Like, I just, those Walmart skateboard videos where, like, someone, like, a decent skater buys a fucking cheap skateboard and just sees how long until it breaks. That was, like, those are the type of videos I was watching when I was younger. And I made them every so often. And now, like, when I film those, I'm like, this shit's I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't give a fuck about this skateboard. I want to just do shit that I want to do. And, yeah, fucking just doing shit like that, like, just because it's getting views, because people are fucking with it. I'm just like, wait, I don't even like this shit anymore. Like, so I'm like, I'm stirring away from those type of fucking videos.
That's the thing I had to realize too. It's just like, it's kind of like I found myself getting kind of lost in the sauce, or just like, if I put so much pressure. It was with the music videos. I had just shot one of my biggest music videos, and it was like one of the worst things that could happen to me and one of the best things that could happen to me, you know? Mm-hmm. Because on one hand, it's just like this big ass look for me. I worked so hard to get like a big music video like this, but on the other hand, it was just like, okay, this is the bar now, you know? And then I'm the type to always try to raise the bar, set the bar, have some progression. And I just found myself just like, bro, not happy, stressed out shooting music videos. I'm just like, bro, I can't be stressed out doing this shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like going through that and coming to that realization as a person is like pretty powerful, and just like what you're doing, you know? And like how happy you are really at the end of the day.
Yeah, bro. I do feel like that big break, like, people say, like, if you're creating content, you can't take a break, you know, like, you're gonna lose the momentum, this and that. Fucking, I didn't post for 7 months. The first video back, like, now it has like over the next, like, it has like 100K views now, which is like, I was averaging like 3K, and like, it's if your first video back is solid, you know, like, people, like, it's not gonna like fuck up your channel, you know. Like, the reason I didn't like, I mean, that can not for everyone. If you come back and it's like you're just doing the same shit or less, you know, if it's like, if people, they're like, he finally posted, they click on it and it's just, they're like, okay, like, maybe they just will stop watching. But if someone clicks on it and they're like, he's back, and like, he's hyping up this, like, he's got this coming, like, this is a good ass video, looking forward for more, then like, that can help your channel. Because that's when my shit started to pop after a long ass break. So I don't know about, I'm just speaking from my experience.
No, I feel it. I just know it's hard to get this YouTube shit going. And then once you have the ball rolling, it's hard to like stop. Like, how many subscribers did you have during that 7-month period?
That was like between almost 20K.
See, so my theory is like, if you're below a threshold, you can take however long you want in terms of breaks.
That's what I was thinking too.
You know, but once you get over like 50,000, once you have that real audience, 100,000, it's, you know, because I'm trying to build this shit back up after taking a long break, kind of slowing down on content after hitting 100,000. So it's like,
after 100,000 you slowed down?
Okay. It's hard, but I mean, it's doable. But
yeah,
I definitely feel you on that. You ever had times where you just wanted to quit this shit?
I mean, we kind of talked about it earlier about like before, but in the last couple of years, no. Like, I'm so fucking laser focused, confident, and like, just like, I believe in myself. Like, I believe in like that I have kind of a unique personality, you know, like, I'm not gonna like hype myself up, but like, I feel like I know how to be entertaining. And then I'm always trying to, like you said, like, raise the bar type shit, you know. I'm always trying to improve something, whether it's like my fucking lighting in my office, my fucking camera equipment, different, even just the ideas, you know, like, always trying to up it. And I'm always going to be like that. So like, I know, like, you can never know it all, so I'm always trying to learn shit, whether it's taking Skillshare courses, trying to fucking just learn shit. So like, I'm so fucking like I know I'm gonna like be where I want to in a few years. It might not happen within the next year or two, but I'm not gonna fucking quit, like, and I know that for a fact. So like, I just know, like, I'm gonna get there.
Because I
was just gonna say, I'm trying to like enjoy the journey, you feel me? Because like when you do reach that goal, when I reached 100K, I was like, fuck, like I'm here now. Like I wish I kind of like enjoyed the ride a little bit. So like all this shit, even if I fucking make a bad investment or some shit or something goes wrong, I'm like, all right, I like this, you know, I like this little struggle. Like I'm gonna remember this, you know, like all this little shit, all the problems, all the fucking mental breakdowns and shit.
Yeah, that's a dope mentality to have, bro, because sometimes, man, for me, what I had to come, like, I wanted to be successful in this YouTube shit, and then you get some viewers, and then I kind of had this anxiety where it's like, okay, now I have just more people to see me fail if I fail at this shit, you know, because none of this shit is guaranteed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
I always had that in the back of my mind where it's just like, this shit is stressful. Like it's like a pressure to perform, you know, and to keep your audience and to keep that shit going. Like you ever feel that pressure?
All the time, bro. That's why like the whole like branching out of skating thing is so fucking hard, because I've been kind of trying to do it for the past, since like 2020. I started, the thing is like, if my following is mainly skateboarders, if I title and thumbnail a video but not about skating, less people are going to click on it. It's not going to get pushed to a new audience. So that's where I'm like, fuck. I was still titling the videos about skating, but I slowly started adding the other shit, trying to build that connection with my audience so they know like, oh, I'm gonna click on this video, it's gonna be funny no matter what it's titled. And then for a solid like year of doing like these like kind of David Dobrik, like fast paced, like funny shit mixed with skating, sometimes like some fucking Danny Duncan type shit where I'm wearing a mic, like trying to like just do all this little shit, but still title them about skating. And then I slowly started titling it about other shit. And some videos would do good, some videos wouldn't. But then like there was a point where I titled a few videos in a row like not about skating. Like okay, I was trying to get rid of skating completely on the channel, which now sounds stupid because like I say I'm pretty decent at skating. Like why not include it regardless of what I'm making, you know? But I was just trying to get out of that little bubble. So I was gonna like stop making skate videos altogether. But yeah, the response just wasn't that good. Like at one point, and I'm like, dude, like these are my people, you know, they got me here. Like I'm not trying to let them down. My younger self wants like just vision this skate YouTuber. And like now I'm like, okay, well I did that, you know, like I kind of like I was saying, put the cap on it. Like I did what I wanted to like when I was younger. And as far as like the audience goes, like most of them, like if they fuck with me, like if they genuinely fuck with me, they just want to see me do what I want, you know? Like obviously there's probably tens of thousands of people that subscribe to me that just want to see skating, but I don't give a fuck about them. Like I'll be honest, like thanks for subbing, but I'm trying to build, like what I said, like the people that fuck with me. And if you're like I'll have people say, oh, if you stop posting skating, I'm on sub, and I'll just tell them like, just fucking do it, you know? Like I don't want that pressure, you know?
Yeah.
Because with skating, like bro, people overestimate me. Like I used to, when I was like younger, I used to think that I was like slept on, like, oh, like I'm pretty good at like these tricks. Like why don't I have thousands of followers? And now I feel like people like hype up my skating ability too much, even though I appreciate what you were saying earlier about like the tricks and shit. But like, bro, like there's like technical tricks that like an amateur skater should be able to do, like every stance, this and that like I can't even do. So I'm like, bro, I have my little bag of tricks, like you were saying. And if I just run through them every video, it's like, bro, it gets repetitive, like, you know? So I felt that pressure of having to learn new tricks. And when I'm like I said, I don't like being forced and told what to do. So when I felt that pressure of like, I got to do different tricks every video, like that's what made it not as fun anymore too. So it's just like a lot going on. And I'm just like, fuck, like I'm going to keep going, but like, I got to figure this shit out, you know?
No, that's how I am too. That's how I feel it. I definitely like relate to that shit because that's what I'm going through with like the weed content. Like I started off doing weed content. Yeah. And it's just like I'm trying to just be, first of all, YouTube doesn't fuck with weed content. Yeah. So it's like I gotta try to branch out, you know? And it's hard. It's hard, but I feel like you kind of figured it out. Like people fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm really happy with where it's at and like the direction it's going. Like I said, I'm like really confident, and I just feel like, I don't know, confidence is everything, bro. Like it makes a big difference saying like, I'm gonna try to do this, I'm gonna try to work on this, like see if this works out. There's a difference between that and saying I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make this happen. You feel me? Like I was saying when I quit McDonald's and I said I'm gonna fucking hit 100,000, like I made that shit happen. And like whether you want to call it manifestation or just fucking drive, like whatever, like if you're confident, like you will fucking get what you want with enough time. You feel me?
No, yeah, I definitely agree. Like you just gotta just go for it. You just gotta go for it.
Fuck yeah.
You know, it sounds corny and it's just like pretty cliche, but just fucking do it like Nike.
Hell yeah.
What's your posting schedule like now? Like, cause honestly, like I agree with what you're saying, but also what I'm learning is like consistency on YouTube is really fucking important too. Yeah. Like posting, you know, maybe even to the like every Monday morning type shit. Bro, you know, like you want to make it a part of the routine.
If you're dialed in, you have a weekly schedule of the day and the time, like you're that much more ahead. Like YouTube will push you even more. Like the algorithm will be in your favor. So I've heard. I've never wanted to be on a schedule. I used to try to do that shit when I was like 16, and then like I just felt that pressure, and I didn't feel like I just felt like I was rushing a video, which that's the last thing I want to do. It's just even if honestly right now I post like I try about once a week. Sometimes it'll go to like 9 or 10 days, like so I'm only posting like 3-4 videos a month. But for a little bit, I have 2 YouTube channels, like my main and my second. And I was trying to split up the skating at 1.2. Like I've been trying all this shit. I was trying to do for the past like since 2022 started. I was doing just skate videos on the main channel, and all the other shit on the second channel. You know, like pranks. Like I fucking opened Chick-fil-A on a Sunday.
I seen that shit.
Yeah,
I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
That shit had 40,000 views.
Yeah, on my second channel.
You have like 36,000 subs on that shit.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
So like,
that's tight.
Thank you, bro. Like the numbers are good. I liked where I was going. But I want to mix them like that. I want that because like my main channel, Bryan Arnett, is me. You know, it's not Bryan Arnett skateboarding. Yeah. So I'm like I'm all types of shit. So I'm gonna just all fucking throw it together, and that's gonna make me unique in my head. And I feel like people will fuck with that. Like whether it hits right away or it takes a couple of years, like I'm gonna always be working towards this shit. And as far as the second channel, that's where I'm gonna put more like just like talking to the camera shit. You know, in my office doing a video about whatever. I'm gonna do more like relaxed shit like that, where if like a filmer flakes on me, I could just go film some shit for my second channel, talking straight to the camera or whatever. But still no skating on the second channel, just all the other shit. But the prank shit, the funny shit, the main channel too, if that makes sense.
No, I feel it. I mean, I would just look at it like, okay, the Chick-fil-A video is just like, okay, I'm not just a skateboard YouTuber. Like I'm a content creator, and I know how to make good content, and I know how to brand it, market it, do all that shit. Like I know what's gonna work on YouTube. Yeah. And it's like sometimes it just sucks when you know you have that fire video. Like that Chick-fil-A video, 40,000 on your second channel is a good look. Yeah. But that I don't think it wouldn't have hit 40. It would have got like, okay, your audience maybe not fuck with it. Then YouTube pushes it away.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, like
there's been videos I post on my main channel, it flops, or my main channel gets demonetized a lot. But my second channel, I haven't gotten demonetized, knock on wood. Like even though like I'm still cussing and shit, like like my main channel, I felt like it like has a bad rep. So it's like YouTube, like if there's something a little off, they'll demonetize it. And I feel like that fucks with the push of the video, because if it's not making money, YouTube's not making money. You know, why would they promote it? Because YouTube, like you split that shit with YouTube, the AdSense.
No, yeah.
But yeah, that's the fear. I'm like, fuck, this is a really good video. Do I put it on my main channel and like potentially like more people see it because I have more viewers there, or like do I want it to get pushed away, or do I put it on the second channel where people like know that's what to be expected and it has a potential to pop? So that's the tricky part too. But like now I'm just like, all right, stop being so like what if, you know? I'm just gonna do it.
Just go ham.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes, but
hey, before we wrap up, let's talk music, bro. What kind of music you like?
Bro, I listen to like, to be honest, I end up fucking just listening to like the shit that like is popular at the time. So like right now I'm listening to like Lil Durk, Polo G, Lil Baby. I've always fucked with Lil Skies. Fucking yeah, but like the thing is I don't just listen to it because it's popular. Like obviously like Young Boy is popular, but I don't like his music. But like I realize that I tend to like the music that's like trending at the moment, like most of that shit.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop type shit.
The first artists that I got into in like 5th grade were like Mac Miller, Lil Wayne. Yeah, Mac Miller, Lil Wayne were like the first two.
That's solid.
And then yeah, I mean,
what project for Mac Miller?
Like, what was it?
Was it Kids?
Probably Kids, yeah, at the time. Because I remember was Donald Trump on Kids? I don't fucking. But I remember using that shit in one of my first YouTube videos, like back then, like my first actual like little montage.
I think it was just like some music video or some shit. Might have been on Kids.
Yeah, but I'm not like too big of like a music head, so I'm not like on SoundCloud looking for like the next like underground rapper, you know.
Yeah.
But like I just end up listening to shit like that, rap and shit.
No, I feel like that's how I feel like I am too. It's just like whatever's hot on the charts, I'll listen to. Obviously, I dive deep into other shit.
Yeah.
But it's like hip hop is so mainstream now and popular. It's just like, why would I have to do the work when there's so much fire shit?
Yeah.
So it's like if someone's just curating this list for me, all right, you know.
How long you been working at No Jumper?
2 years. 2 years.
Bro, that shit was crazy to walk in there. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot to start off with that. Yeah, this fool pulled up today and we had T.I. in the building.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, there was like a bunch of people in the building. He had like bunch of his people with him, and then just like when you put me into the actual like little studio like recording spot.
Yeah.
And I like actually see it, like they were recording live, and I see it happening. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, this shit's weird. Like, I'm watching this shit in real time, and people are watching this shit online. It had like 10K views, concurrent views. And I'm just looking around. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I felt like out of place, like in a way, just because I was just like, why the fuck? Like, how the fuck am I here? You know?
Yeah.
Like, but that was a cool ass experience. I appreciate you.
No, that's
like,
tight.
bringing me there.
I'm sure that wasn't your first though. Like, when did you start gaining some friends off the content, you know, or peers and shit? You know, I look at you as my peer, bro.
Yeah.
It's like me and you share the same goals and we do the same shit. That's why I was like, why not like pull up to the office? It was just like a weird day today.
Yeah. No.
But you know,
honestly, like I'm guilty of judging a book by the cover. So like I clicked on your profile and I was looking and I was like, oh, this dude seems cool, you know. I checked out your episode with Nicholas Jandora, and then I was just like, I listened to that whole one, and then I like clicked on some other ones just to get a feel. And I was like, yeah, this dude seems cool, because like people hit me up and I'm like, I could just feel like a fake energy from them. And I never like want to build like a fake relationship, just even if it benefits me. Like if I didn't fuck with you, like, and what you were doing, like, even if your podcast was getting like fucking 200K views an episode, or, you know, like if I felt some weird shit going on, I would have been like, I probably wouldn't have responded, but like I felt like genuineness from you. So I was like, yeah, like, let me do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to keep it genuine. Yeah,
hell yeah. Yeah, keep doing your thing, bro. But I don't have too many connections, to be honest. Like you were asking when I started getting connects, like, yeah, like the skate YouTubers that I used to watch, like I'm friends with them now. But I don't really do collabs and shit like too much. Like I'm trying to really laser focused on building my own shit for me. I don't want to just blow up off of like, oh, like they saw me in this person, like they know me from their channel, you know. Like I'm like fucking set on building my shit, bro. Like that's why I look up to like Danny Duncan. I keep bringing him up because like he's like, even if he does like have like a different YouTuber in his video, like he won't title the video about them, you know. He won't use them for like the clicks, for the views. Like he's fucking like humble as fuck. Like he wants to build his shit, and he's done a really good job. So like that's what I want to do. Like I just stay in my own lane, just fucking do my own shit. Don't not fuck with people just to like use them as a stepping stool, you know. Like, but yeah, I do hope to like get to know more people through the fucking internet shit, and like real fucking people, you know, like genuine people that are like interested in this shit.
No, yeah, I fuck with that. I think I was listening to a David Dobrik interview or something, and he likes to like undersell the title, you know, like sometimes where it's like a reverse clickbait where it's like it will still be clickable, but then you'll just have something way bigger than the title in there. Yeah, that's like a cool, you know. I like doing that shit too. I think that shit works.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, fuck, sometimes I'll do some shit in a video and I'm like, bro, I could title it about a couple things. Like, which one do I pick? And I'm like, fuck, do I edit this out and put it in a different video so I could use it as another title? And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just throw it all in so they get more than what they clicked on for. You feel me? So that's a good, I fuck with that too, for sure.
Do you have like a notebook of just ideas, or how you coming up with concepts?
Bro, it's just off top, like, random situations. I drive a lot. I'm fucking always on the go, road trips and just driving out to LA and shit. So like when I'm in the car, fucking ideas will pop. Or I don't take too much influence from YouTube videos, like, because if I'm taking it directly from YouTube videos, I find that I accidentally copy someone, or if I'm doing like, I don't want to like do the exact same shit that someone else is doing. And if you're trying to grow on YouTube, don't copy someone, bro. Like, that's just not, 9 times out of 10, that's just not gonna work, because the person you're trying to copy, like, they already exist, you know? Like, no one's gonna want a fucking knockoff version of that person. So like, I try not to get too much inspiration from YouTube videos, but definitely I'll watch something and I'm like, I could do something like that, maybe add this twist on it or something like that. But bro, it's just random. I do have like some notes of bits and ideas and shit, but it's not like a whole fucking dictionary of like, oh, what am I gonna film today? I'll do this one. It's like, it's usually like, I think of the idea and I film it within the next few days. I'm like, let me jump on that shit while it's still like fresh in my mind.
You ever had a period where you ran out of ideas?
Yeah, and that's why I would fall back on those like skate YouTube videos that I was talking about, like those cheap skateboards. Like that, I know gets views. It's easily accessible. I just go to the fucking store, buy a cheap skateboard, and like it's like it's something to fall back on. But I hate that. Like I want to keep like raising the bar. I want to keep like digging deeper in my mind, like what I could come up with and shit. And like,
because didn't you just drop a video today or the other day about this was the last one?
Yeah. I try to make it like, I was gonna just do the video, like title it, oh, like I bought a skateboard from here. Like it was like Big Five, like a sports store. But during the filming of the video, I was just like, I had no sleep and I was just so fucking negative about it. And I was just like, I'm gonna make this the video. I'm gonna make like, I always want to be transparent. So I'm gonna just give them my energy for this video and really fucking just talk my shit about like how I'm feeling about this shit and just like wrap it up, you know? So I like, it got all fucking emotional, not emotional, but like dramatic at the end. And I was like, I'm gonna just fucking explain, instead of like sitting directly to the camera and explaining my shit, I'm gonna just briefly end off the video with like how I'm feeling and just that's it. So like that's also my way of like, now I can't fall back on that shit, you know? Because if in 4 months I post another one of those, people are gonna be like, bro, what the fuck, you said you were done with that shit. So now I'm like, all right, my eyes are just on the future ideas and all that shit. I'm like, no going back to like shit like that. And that goes for like other videos in that genre too, like the very like cringy skate YouTubey shit. It's like I would do like, back then I'd do like 5 tips to win in a game of skate, you know, like those very like just skate YouTube shit. Like I don't want to build off that shit.
You be watching your old videos and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro, because it's like, bro, like I was just not comfortable talking to the camera, and still like that customer service voice, that shit still comes on when I'm talking just to the camera. Like if I'm alone in my office, that's why I prefer when I'm wearing a microphone and someone else is filming me, because I'm just talking to them. You feel me? It's natural. It's like bouncing off their energy.
Yeah.
But nobody fucking can just sit in front of a camera for the first time and just talk normal like you're talking to a person, because no one's listening yet. You feel me?
Yeah, it's definitely like, it's just weird, man.
It's fucking weird, and like it's weird. Always gonna be weird to me, but like I'm still gonna do it because that like one-on-one talking to the camera is like right there, like more personal, like one-on-one. But like I don't want all my videos to be just me filming myself, so like that's why I really fuck with somebody else filming.
Damn.
Like no, I call it like third person vlogging. Yeah,
I like that style. That's what I'm saying. There's so many different styles of vlogging and shit like that. I mean, you got the content creation going crazy right now. You're doing the podcast, you're doing the second channel and the main channel. Yeah. My priorities with them are always kind of like up and down. The podcast isn't a big priority. It's kind of for fun, because I feel like if you watch a creator, if you really fuck with them, you want to hear more, you know, those crazy stories and shit that don't make it into a fucking 8-minute video. So that's just kind of like for the real ones that want to know more about my life and shit. Second channel, it's like in the middle. It's like I want to go hard on it, but I don't want to devote too much of my time on it when I could be really like making these fucking main videos that I want to make. But yeah, the second channel videos are like one or two a month. It's just there, just chilling. Nah, I think it flexes that creative muscle though.
Yeah.
You feel me? Where it's just like, all right, like I like making videos. I'm gonna make this video just because I can. Fuck y'all, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I fuck with it, you know? That shit's tight.
And that's another thing. Like I like making videos. To be honest, I like making videos probably more than I like skating. Like I fucking love skating. I'm always gonna skate, but like something about making videos, since there's so much shit to do, there's so many niches, like genres and shit. Like, bro, I'm gonna be doing this shit till I'm like fucking 50 years old. Like I feel like at that point I'll be like talking to like an older audience. Maybe it'll just be like a side thing. I don't fucking know. But like, even if it's just me in the future sitting in front of my fucking computer and my camera just doing some type of content, you know, like I'm always gonna be on fucking YouTube. I see it, and that's why I'm like, that's why I'm like, I don't get hella burnt out, because when I think long term, I'm like, all right, there's so many fucking things to do. My channel could get deleted. It's fucking tomorrow, and if I wanted to, I could like start working on a new little project that's like something I've never done. Try to build that up, you know, like a little challenge.
So you think you ever start the family channel?
That I don't know. I think they like cracked down, because like maybe a couple years ago, if like I had a family, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it, because those were making like fucking hella money and shit. But now like content with kids in it is like, isn't it like the monetization is like,
I don't know.
But a lot of that shit is just like very played out, and like I don't watch that shit.
I mean, I just feel like it might become a part of your content though eventually one day when you have a kid, because I feel like you just do what you like, but also like shit in your life that's just there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when you have a kid, they're just there.
that's true. But I've always been pretty good about like keeping, I'm showing my life, but I'm keeping my personal life out. So like I have a girlfriend right now we're about to hit a year, and she's only been in like 1, maybe 2 videos just for like a little, you know, like I keep it pretty separate. And then same with my older sister. I've fucking been filming videos for how long, and I barely put her on my channel for the first time like maybe like 4 months ago. And people are like, what the fuck, you have a sister? And I'm like, so like I feel like I don't think when I have a kid I'll put him on my channel. Maybe until he's a little older, because then like it's gonna feel like I'm fucking exploiting my kid for views and shit.
I feel that.
That's just, I don't know.
I definitely feel that. It's like it's a balance, you know. You just gotta figure out, okay, because some people are on YouTube putting their whole fucking life on that shit.
Yeah, bro.
And it's like you kind of get rewarded to do that shit.
Yeah, because a lot of like the connection that viewers build with the creators is the relatability, you know. So they're like, oh shit, they went to Starbucks and encountered a Karen. Like, oh, that happened to me. Like, you know, like that. Just that whole fucking relatability aspect is like builds that connection.
Yeah, I heard this one quote about YouTube, and it changed my perspective on it. Is like, people on YouTube want to see people being people.
Yeah, they don't want to fucking, there's the channels that like are idea based, like the entertainment channels right now that are like the Mr. Beast type videos. They start the video really loud. They're like, today I'm putting 1 million Orbeez inside this, and then it's just like, it's like the idea. People are watching for the idea, not as much as for them being people, because they're doing these like over the top, like crazy things that aren't relatable. But that's why people are clicking it. Yeah. But like, as far as like the personality based creators, people want to see them be people.
It's like that. It's like that balance between like, okay, chasing that viral fucking hit, and just like, all right, nah, I'm vlogging me, this is my life. And maybe sometimes it's not always fucking lit, you know.
Yeah, bro, that's why people like, I'll be at the mall and they're like, where's your camera, why aren't you filming? I'm like, bro, I'm here to buy fucking cologne and fucking face wash from Target. Like, I'm not, nothing exciting is going on, you know. Like,
yeah, man. But I mean, there's still people who would still vlog that.
Like there's people who just can fucking go make a cup of coffee, and like that is their content. They're every little thing they do is the content. But to me, I'm like, that's half-assed, that's boring, like it's not exciting, it's not like, it doesn't pump me up, you know. So
that's how I be. Who are you watching on YouTube?
The dudes I named earlier, like, I mean, David Dobrik doesn't really post anymore, but Danny Duncan here and there, Nelk sometimes, a lot of like that crowd. No skateboarding, but I do watch a lot of like informational shit. So like there's this channel called like Colin and Samir, and they talk about like YouTube creators, like the creator economy, and I learn a lot from that shit. Or I'll just watch.
We gotta tap in.
Yeah, definitely check them out. And there's a bunch of videos that I just watch just to learn shit about YouTube, because like I'm so fucking obsessed with this shit. Like if I'm fucking watching YouTube, I feel like I'm slacking, so I'm like, at least gotta watch some shit that's like I'm gonna learn from it, you know.
Yeah, no, I feel that. That's my whole thing with podcasts. That's why I like listening to podcasts, you know. It's like I fell in love with podcasting because I was able to listen to someone, have a conversation with someone, and I would be able to soak up some fucking knowledge or some game or just some expertise. Whether it was, you know, like, that's the cool thing about podcasting is like it could be technical expertise. It could be life expertise, you know, like shit that maybe your dad is supposed to give advice on. You could learn that through a pod. Like, you know, you listen to podcasts?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't have too many that's like I listen to every single episode, you know. It's just kind of if the title looks cool, like
subject based.
You know? Sometimes it's fucking Logan Paul's, sometimes, you know, like No Jumper or fucking David Dobrik or just whatever the fuck. Like maybe not like creators that I don't watch, like a random one. Like I don't listen to like Joe Rogan and shit like that. Like it's mainly just people who I watch, whose content I consume or have consumed in the past, type shit like that.
Yeah, that's how I am too with podcasts sometimes, where it's just like there's just different styles of pods, you know. It's like there's that weekly like homie camaraderie pod, and then there's like that this person who interviews however many people. I pick and choose on what type of like podcast I'm trying to click on with that specific person. You know? I don't know, man.
I filmed a clip of you earlier at the No Jumper place, and or not just of you, but like I like just kind of panned over.
Oh shit.
And my homie in my little group chat said that he learned how to roll backwards from you.
Hey, let's go. PBR gang.
Shout out Ruben. But
PBR gang, man. That's fucking tight.
He was just, because they were like, what the fuck you doing there? And I was like, oh, I'm going to go on this other little show with my boy Trevor. And they were like, Trevor Potter? And I'm like, yeah.
Ah, that's
and
sick.
And he was like, what the fuck? I learned how to roll backwards from that fool.
Where's he from?
My area, Ventura County.
Ventura County.
Yeah.
Probably should have started off with that.
Yeah, it's all good. Ventura County. Fillmore.
Ventura, is that like surfing? Like you live in Ventura?
Nah,
Ventura County?
Fillmore. It's like a little town. You know where like Simi Valley Moore Park is?
Oh, okay.
It's like right over that fucking mountain. Grimes
Canyon. Okay.
Smallest little town.
Man, that's sick, dude. That's sick as fuck. Shout out to him. PBR gang. Shout out Galos Asians for sure.
Hell yeah.
Man, that's fire. So, where you see yourself in 5 years, man? Just $1 million? Trying to chase that milli?
I'm trying to chase that $1 million the next 2 years. That's the goal. I mean, at the rate that my subs are going, like it's not like analytically gonna happen in the next 2 years, but like I'm trying to push myself and the ideas and the content, so that way it snowballs again, you know?
Yeah.
Bounce back up, because like I see channels fucking go from 0 to $1 million in a fucking year, 2 years, and it's like that's like blowing the fuck up. But I've never had like some crazy viral success, so like really like just growing my channel slow and steady like I am, like hopefully within the next couple years. But yeah, if it does take 5 years, like fuck it, you know, like it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, as long as you did it, you know, and you enjoyed time doing it. So
yeah, I definitely want to hit $1 million, but I haven't really taken that shit seriously, where I'm like, okay, I could do it, you know? Like
that, like you could fuck around, hit 100K. You gotta like put in the fucking work for years, bro. Reinvest, fucking just like you gotta learn to say no to people about hanging out, maybe going to parties, whatever. Like you gotta be fucking dialed in, bro.
That's a whole reset once you hit that 100K and you trying to get that million plaque.
Yeah, bro.
The million plaque.
For a little, I was like, I don't know if I want the million. Like after I hit 100K, I was like, all right, cool. Like I started like almost settling, you know. I was like, all right, maybe I'll get to like 200, 300, 400, and then just that'll be it. But now I'm like, right now I'm like, nah, I want to be in the fucking millions in a couple years. Like I want to be like up there for me, you know. Like I've seen these other people do it. I know it's possible. Like I'm gonna do it. So like, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm gonna fucking do it.
Hey, you gotta speak that shit into existence. Yeah. That shit is real.
Flip this shit.
That shit is real. Speak that shit into existence and put in the fucking work.
This podcast is gonna be in my 1 million video.
Ooh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick.
I have 224,000 right now. Let's see. 223,000 right now. So like, I gotta fucking
2 years,
quadruple
easy,
my shit.
Bro. That's easy, man. Snowball effect. You got this, bro.
I'm gonna do it for you.
Hey, for me.
And then we'll do an updated
VBC, because I'm trying to hit $1 million too. So hey, we could, you know, maybe this will be in my million.
Fuck it, yeah.
If we hit it on the same day, that'd be crazy.
Let's do it.
That would be nuts.
Just stick with it, bro. Don't doubt yourself. Don't give a fuck. As long as you believe in your content, what you're doing, don't let anyone, even if they're like close to you and they're like, bro, that shit whack. Like why are you doing that shit? Like, if you believe in your shit, you're happy doing it, like do that shit to your fullest. You gotta put your foot on the gas.
I love what I'm doing, bro. I'm living the dream for real, man. This shit's tight.
Yeah, you gotta look around and enjoy it too. Like
that's real. That's real. Don't get lost in the sauce.
Hell no. That's the
Don't
one
get
thing.
lost in the motherfucking sauce.
That's the one thing that like I'm pretty good at like staying away from like the like I'm always in LA, but I'm not like in the LA scene. I'm not like lost in the mix. You know, like I don't party.
I was like, you don't smoke, drink, any of that.
Nah,
right?
I don't do none of that shit. I'm not against any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll smoke occasionally, maybe. Like I'd rather
Allegedly,
smoke
mom.
than drink.
Allegedly.
Like I think like I've only been drunk twice, and like with smoking, like I don't like smoking, but being high is like kind of cool. You know, like if I'm gonna get high, it's probably just off of like someone's pen or some shit.
Yeah.
Like if it's late at night, like I just don't want to be. I don't like messing with like my head. Like I like to be in this sober mindset. But yeah, as far as like the LA shit, like you know, like you met fake people, you come into contact with like.
Kind of. I mean, I'm kind of lucky enough because I'm not from LA, and I kind of really moved in when COVID started, so it wasn't really out, and I just been with my girl too. So just like I go to work, and no jumper, you know, fucking. I used to stay here during COVID on this couch.
Oh shit!
And now I have a room here. So
hell yeah.
You know, trying to just keep on progressing, dog.
Yeah, it seems like you got a good circle, you know, good people around you.
That's what it is.
That's the way to go.
I've definitely realized that, bro, because, like, in my hometown in Sac, man, I was just around people who weren't really doing what I wanted to do. And being in LA, like, I'm around all these bosses. Like, I'm just lucky and blessed to be in this, circle of just knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And just, like, dudes who own businesses, you know, like Adam. I look up to Adam.
Fuck
you know, making content for a channel that I fuck with. You know,
I shook his hand and I was like fanboying inside a little bit. Swear, bro. Like I wasn't really like, I was just kind of like taking it all in, looking around. But I was like, this is fucking crazy. I'm like, I've known this dude for fucking like I've been watching him for however many years and shit. It's always like I know like everyone's just a person, but like it's always gonna be crazy seeing someone through a fucking screen all the time and then seeing them in person. Like, I don't know, cool.
Dude, definitely, dude. I was definitely nervous. Definitely nervous first time talking to Adam, and it's like that's how we always have kind of a guest coming through and shit. And one that stands out was Wiz Khalifa. When Wiz pulled up to the studio, hearing his voice in real life was fucking nuts, man. I was just like, yo, what the fuck is going on, man? Like he's laughing and shit, smoking joints. I'm like, yo, this is not real, man. Fucking Wiz Khalifa's here. I mean, T.I., damn, T.I. was here, man. This shit's. It's dope, bro. It's dope. I'm definitely living the dream. So I appreciate you pulling up.
Hell yeah, bro. Anytime.
Love to see the future content, you know. Feel free to stop by whenever you want. Pull up, skate NoHo.
Let's film some shit for you.
I'm with
either
that.
channel, whatever.
I'm with that.
I'm down.
End it out. I mean, if you want to plug anything where they can find you and shit, follow my boy.
Shout out my mom. I would fucking
let's shout out my mom too, man.
I would go into like friends and shit, but I don't want to leave anyone else. So, just fucking Bryan Arnett on everything. If you really want to, you can find it just by that. But
my evil twin here, man. My Twizzy. We're on Twizzy time. Bro. I be literally wearing a Yankees hat just like that, and I have a pinstripe. Yeah, I'm a big Yankees fan.
Oh shit.
Big Yankees
I don't even
fan.
watch baseball. I just like hats and shit.
Neither do I, but I go to baseball. But hey, this has been Twizzy time. Free Smoke the podcast.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my boy's channel, man. It's been a good one. I appreciate y'all. Let's go.